Hey guys, welcome back and welcome to my channel. I'm Sydney, and I know the first comment is gonna be, where was you? You haven't been posting in like 5 months. Like, where have you been? Yeah, I know my life has been crazy over this 5 months. In the matter of these 5 months, I will give you guys a little life update. I got a puppy. I've been busy with school. Um, there's a lot of family stuff that I won't be talking about have been happening in my life, and a lot of other things, and just life just got caught up with me. I've been tired and I've been busy taking care of Sadie. That's my puppy. She's a Yorkie poo. She's asleep right now, so you can't really see her right now. But maybe in the next video I'll show you guys her. But yeah, like I just been busy. I've been tired taking care of her. Being a dog mom is very tiring. So it's not as simple as people make it. Sorry. I have to turn the TV down. It's not as easygoing. It's not as easygoing as people make it seem. It's very tiring. It takes a lot of your time. And she barks a lot. And she's super hyper energetic. And she's hyper, so like, I don't want to be making videos hearing dogs in the barking in the background and just disturbing the whole thing. So I just been trying to calm her down and just, taking my time with her. That's why I haven't been posting in 5 months, because she been harboring all my time. But I was able to make a video today because I was like, what the hell? Why not? I don't know, I'd be talking about my other favorite YouTubers posting schedules, and if my posting schedule is shit and haven't posted in 5 months. So like, I'm like, what the hell? Why not post today? So in today's video, I am going to be doing TV show that I highly recommend because I saw one of my favorite YouTubers do this. Her name is Addison Brian. I saw her do this and I was like, why not do this video? I've been harboring on this video for a long time. I think I made this script I have open right now like 3 months ago. So I was like, why not make it now? And yeah, I know some of you guys in the comments are gonna be like, what type of TV show what type of TV show you fangirl over? What's your favorite TV show? Oh, what's your guilty pleasure? What's your favorite TV show? And I was like, why not give it to them? I don't gatekeep over here. I'm not one of those content creator influencers who like to gatekeep, products, hair products, makeup, stuff like that. So I was like, why not just tell them? So yeah. So let's get started. As you guys know, you might know the first show. As you know, I talk about the show a lot. But the first show I'm going to be talking about, The Vampire Diaries. I'm going to give you, I forgot how to explain this. So the little summary, I'm going to give you a little summary about what the show about. I'm going to give you a little summary of what the show about, and then I'm going to give you my favorite character from the show. So, yeah. So the first show is The Vampire Diaries. As you know, I talk about the show a lot, but why not talk about an iconic vampire show that you probably heard a million times? But it's just one of my favorite shows, like one of my guilty pleasures. I got in this show because I grew up watching Twilight, so I just kind of like Twilight and Vampire Diaries just came into my life. It's just like I'm obsessed with vampire shows, original Vampire Diaries, Twilight, Buffy. I love all of those shows. They just came in my life. And I just been obsessed with them ever since I was probably 7 or 9 years old. Vampire is a series that sets in Mystic Falls, Virginia. A town charged a town charged with supernatural history. It follows the life of Elena Gilbert, who lost both of her parents in a car crash as she falls in love with 161-year-old vampires. I won't tell you who he is. You might know who he is, but you guys have to watch who he is. Oh wait, oopsie, scratch that. She fell in love with a 161-year-old vampire named Stephanie. Stephanie. Oopsie. Stefan Salvatore, and who she thinks is just a normal person, and later she finds out it's really a vampire, and then later she meets her hot brother Damon. She meets his hot brother Damon. But yeah, my favorite character from the Vampire Diaries. Ooh, that's hard. Obviously, I love Stefan, Damon, and Elena, but if I have to say like the character that overrules all of them would have to be mm, mm. Sorry, that's so I think it would have to be I don't know. I really didn't think this through. 'Cause a lot of my favorite characters, but I feel like the character that overruled all of my favorite characters would have to be Elena. I don't know. I think I relate to Elena. I don't relate to the whole parent car crash thing, but I just relate to Elena because she's like a relatable teenager, you know. And I feel like she get over it. I feel like she's overhated. Like I feel like people who call her a crybaby is like immature. I'm like, if this was you and you had parents in a car crash and you would experience the things she was experiencing, wouldn't you be crying too? So I don't even know why people do that. But I will be making a video soon talking about why do people treat teenage girl fictional characters different from teenage male fictional characters. I will be making a video about that soon because it's a serious topic that I don't hear talked about enough, and a serious topic that need to be talked about because there's so many fandoms I could say that I feel like everybody hate on the teenage girl on the story, but never hate on the boy. So I'm gonna be talking about that soon. So a video coming about that. So my favorite character is probably Elena from the Vampire Diaries. Next is the spin-off from the Vampire Diaries. As you know, Vampire Diaries have 3 spin-offs. And the next show I recommend is the spin-off from the Vampire Diaries, which is the Originals. The Originals is a spin-off of the Vampire Diaries. Of course, it centers on the three of the Michelson siblings, Klaus, Eliza, Rebecca. The Michelson family, who's also commonly known as the Originals, due to the fact that they are the first vampire ever to exist. Klaus is the son of a witch and a werewolf, and his quest to unleash his hybrid nature. So, so that's the Originals. The Originals is a good spinoff. I definitely think I will say that the Vampire Diaries is more like teen drama. Like Vampire Diaries is focused on high school and teenagers, and I definitely think the Vampire Diaries is more teen drama and the Originals is more family orientated. And I like that they did that because I think they were trying to be like, oh, most of the people who watch the Vampire Diaries would be like 15 and 16, so they're gonna be growing up with the Vampire Diaries. So and then when they get older to about like 18 to 19 years old, they'd be watching Original because they're older. Because I definitely think the Original do handle more mature themes than the Vampire Diaries. So I definitely think they want it, and then Legacy is like the same thing. I think definitely they wanted we as the fans to grow up with the Vampire Diaries and grow with the Originals and Legacy. You know, they definitely wanted us to grow up with them. So yeah, my favorite character, I have to go with all the Michelsons. I love all of them. The only Michelson I probably hate the most is probably Finn. I hate Finn, and I hate Esther and Michael. But I love Klaus, I love Elijah, I love Rebecca, I love Cole, and I love Freya, and I love Hope. And I love Haley because even though Haley's technically involved with Klaus and Elijah, I definitely think Haley's part of the family because of Hope. So yeah, I like Haley too. But yeah, those are my favorite characters. I hate Finn and I hate Esther and Michael. And I could go on a whole tangent on why, but I don't want the hour to be like I don't want this video to be like 5 hours, so I won't go on a whole tangent. But if you want me to make a video about why I hate Esther and Michael and Finn, I would definitely do that. So leave in a comment down below if you want me to. Next show is Pretty Little Liars. So Pretty Little Liars take place in Rosewood, Virginia. Aria, Emily, Hannah, Spencer are four former best friends who reunited 1 year after the disappearance of their group leader or their best friend, Alison De Laurentiis. And they beginning to receive scary, threatening messages that know all about their secret that they only told Alison, and they were receiving it from this mystery person who identified themselves as A. But they don't know who A is. They think A is Allison because all the secret that A is telling them is all the secret that Allison only knew. So, yeah. Sorry, guys. I need to take a drink real quick. I'm thirsty. So yeah. My favorite character, I think my favorite character have always been Spencer and Toby. Like my OTP, my one true pair. My one true pair means like your ultimate ship of a fictional character. Like, you know, when you ship two characters and you have like other ship that you like, your OTP is like your only ship. Your OTP is like your one true pair. It's like your ultimate ship that you love and will never change. Like in K-pop, you have your ult bias, where it's like your bias, and no one can ever replace your ultimate bias because that's like your favorite, and that's your ultimate bias in the K-pop group. OTP is like your ultimate shape. Your OTP is like your ultimate ship that no one can ever change or ever replace. But yeah, I've always loved Spencer. I think I've just always fell in love with Spencer. Spencer always been my favorite character. I like her story. I think her story is compelling. I think her story can be a little. I can think her story can be really relatable to kids who deal with I don't I don't know if YouTube will allow me to say like substance abuse, like drugs. Like I don't know if that's against YouTube guidelines. I have to figure that's against YouTube guidelines, but like kids and teenagers who go with like who struggle with like drug abuse can relate to Spencer. So yeah, I don't know if that's against YouTube guidelines. I have to figure that out. But yeah, next show. Also, by the way, if you notice, half of these shows are probably going to be probably from Freeform, CW. Yeah, probably Freeform and CW are probably going to be like the most channels you hear. So yeah, Gossip Girl. Gossip Girl is a series that is take place in New York. Gossip Girl is a series that focuses on a group of privileged teenagers who attend a prestigious high school in the Upper East Side of New York. Their private lives are constantly commented upon an anonymous blogger under the name Gossip Girl. Yeah, Gossip Girl was iconic. Let me give you a little history on Gossip Girl. The reason why the way fashion is today is because of Gossip Girl. Before, kids used to hate Chanel. They used to think Chanel was grandma clothes, and then Gossip Girl came on, and people fell in love with Chanel because they loved Serena and Blair outfit, and they were all from Chanel. So the reason why Chanel is so popular and the reason why kids actually like Chanel is because of Gossip Girl. So let's remember that Gossip Girl changed the fashion game for the 2000s and the 2010s. So never forget that history. And I don't want to see any Blake Lively or Serena Van der Woodson slander in my comments. I love Serena and I love Blake Lively so much. I don't want to see any slander in my comments. Thank you very much. Legacies. Legacies, it's a spin-off of Originals and the Vampire Diaries. Legacy follow Hope Michelson, the daughter of Klaus Michelson and Haley Marshall, who's a descendant of some of the most powerful vampire, werewolf, and witch bloodline. 2 years after the event, the legacy take place 2 years after the event of the originals. The 17-year-old Hope attends the Salvatore boarding school. The Salvatore boarding school of the young and gifted. You may see that in the finale of the Vampire Diaries. The school provides a haven, like a safe place and a haven, where supernatural beings can learn to control their hunger and ability and impulses. So when they get out to the real world and graduate the Salvatore boarding school, they know how to control themselves instead of becoming the Ripper. Like, stuff it. Even though the Ripper is very rare, a lot of vampires do lose control, so they can become a Ripper, but majority of the time, a Ripper have to come from, I don't know if it comes from genetics or a bloodline, or the Ripper comes from how well you can control your feeding. I don't know for sure. My favorite character. Oh, I didn't even say my favorite character from Gossip Girl. My favorite character from Gossip Girl would probably have to be Serena, Blair, Chuck, and Nate. And as like a character that a lot of people didn't like, but I kind of low-key like her, is Jenny. I know Jenny's an unpopular opinion because a lot of people hate her. I love and hate Jenny. Like there's certain scenes where she trying to break up Nate and Serena. I hate her. But there's certain scenes where I could look at her and be like, oh, she was a teenage girl. And there's a saying where it's like, you become the thing that you are surrounded by. So she was surrounded by mean girls. She became a mean girl, basically. So yeah, I love and hate Jenny. I have a love and hate relationship with Jenny. Like I love her, but I also hate her. But I think the only really real scene I really started to hate her on is when she tried to break up Serena and Nate up because she thought her and Nate were gonna get together. But like Nate has specifically said that he wasn't gonna date her because she's like 16 and he would at that point was like around 20. But I won't get into that. If you want a video on it, I will make a video on it. But anyway, moving on. Oh, Legacy, sorry. I'm going so fast. Legacies. My favorite character from Legacies would probably have to be Hope Michelson, Lizzie and Josie, MG, MG, and you probably know who MG is when you watch the show. Who else? Caleb. I didn't like Caleb in the beginning, but I started like Caleb towards like the end and like recent season. I liked Caleb. Um, I like Alark. Alark was always my favorite character in all the shows. I like Alark, and those are probably all the characters I can think of now. Those are probably my favorite. But yeah, those are my favorite characters. Next is Teen Wolf. You may have heard Teen Wolf. Teen Wolf revolves around Scott McCall, a high school student living in a fictional California town called Beacon Hills. Scott becomes the enormous, I don't know what that means, enormous teenage werewolf of the series after he's bitten by an alpha werewolf the night before his second year of high school. Drastically changed his once ordinary life. The bite forced him to balance his new identity with the day-to-day teenage life and eventually help protect his hometown, which he learned is a beacon for supernatural activity. Yeah, that's Teen Wolf. Teen Wolf is probably one of the best werewolves TV shows you've probably ever seen. There have never been another good werewolf show besides. There have never been a good werewolf show after Teen Wolf. Like Teen Wolf is probably the best werewolf show you ever watched. My favorite characters, you probably haven't heard of him before, but my favorite character from Teen Wolf would have to be Styles, like, come on, Dylan O'Brien, fine. Styles, Styles, Lydia, Allison, Scott would probably have to be like the main of my favorite characters. So yeah, those are probably my favorite character from Teen Wolf. Oh, sorry. Give me a second. I have to get rid of something. I didn't know something was up here. Teen Wolf, Teen Wolf, Teen Wolf. Okay, next. Shadowhunters. You probably heard Shadowhunters. It sadly got canceled. I hope they do bring it back. The cast is talking about bringing back the show, and I really do hope the show come back. But Shadowhunters is about on her 18th birthday, Clary Frey is accepted into a Brooklyn Academy of Arts that evening while out celebrating with her best friend Simon Lewis. Clary sees a group of suspicious people that nobody else can see, and they are shadow hunters who fight supernatural creatures. It's a good show. It got canceled way too early, but I won't talk about it. Shadowhunters, my favorite characters are probably a lot of people didn't like Clary. I kind of like Clary, so I have to say Clary. I like Izzy. Her real name is Isabel, but I like Izzy, I like Jace, and I probably like Alec. Those are like the three siblings from Shadowhunters I really like. So yeah. Next, the most iconic vampire series of all. The vampire series that started for all vampire series. This series, if this series never existed, the vampires TV genre would have never existed. She is Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Yay, Buffy! Buffy is a slayer, one in a long line of young women who choose for a specific mission to seek out and destroy vampires and demons and other forces of darkness. So yeah, that is Buffy. My favorite character from Buffy is obviously the queen herself, Buffy Summers. I like Spike. You know why I like Spike? Because Spike reminds me of Damon, and I like Angel. I like Xander, and I like Willow. Those are probably. Mm, I do like Willow's girlfriend that she has in later seasons. I forgot her name. I like Willow's girlfriend. I like Dawn. A lot of people don't like Dawn, but I love Dawn. Rest in peace, Marcella Truxenberg. I love her so much. I was so sad when I found out the news that she passed away. It's because I love her so much. Like, I love her in Gossip Girl, and I love her in Buffy, and I was so sad when I found out because I love Marcella Truxenberg so much. She was one of my favorite actors ever. So I was so sad when I found out that she passed away. So rest in peace to her. And I like, I think her name is Audia, the girl that Xander start to date in later seasons. Like later seasons of Buffy, Xander start dating this girl who's like a demon. I like her too. She's one of my favorite characters. But those are probably all my favorite characters from Buffy. Next, so we are not leaving the CW, but we're getting into a lot of like Netflix shows. So I won't say this was like my favorite. I mean, I love Jenna Ortega, and I probably only really watch the show because Jenna Ortega. I think the show is really a good depiction on Wednesday. Well, the show's called Wednesday. I think it's really a good depiction of Wednesday Addams. I know it's probably not gonna be everybody cup of tea, but I've seen the season 2 trailer, and the season two looked better than season 1, so I'm hella excited for season 2. Wednesday is about Wednesday Addams, of course, is expelled from her high school after dumping live piranhas in the school pool in the school pool because the school swimming team was bullying her little brother. So her revenge to get them back from bullying her brother was to jump live piranhas, and I got her expelled. In retaliation for the boys' water polo team bullying her brother Pugsley, as I explained. Consequently, her parents Gomez and Morticia, enrolled her in their high school alum meter Nevermore Academy, a private school for monster and outcasts, meaning vampires, werewolves, witches, or probably some banshees and other things. Yeah, Wednesday. Obviously, I like Wednesday. I like. Oh my god. What? Emma Myers player? Oh, give me a second. Yet I can use my phone. Don't judge. Give me a second. One second. What pleasure? Eden. I like Wednesday because I love Jenna Ortega, and I like Eden because I love Emma Myers. Those are probably my two favorite characters from Wednesday. And I like Wednesday. I don't like Xander. He's a little. Uh, I don't. Xavier. I don't really like Xavier. I like Tyler. I like Tyler. He's cute, and I think Wednesday. I think him and Wednesday would be really cute together because Wednesday needs some happiness in her life. She's too. I mean, I get that's the whole lore to the Addams family, but we like to see how Wednesday would be with a boyfriend. You know, spice it up. Anyway, next is Stranger Things. I'm really sad that the show's ending because the show had been my holy grail for so long, and I'm really sad that we are at the final season. I could talk about Stranger Things because even though I love Stranger Things, I do highly get pissed off because I hated how long they wait for the show. Because when the show started, half of the cast members were all like when the show started, the cast members were like 11 to 12 years old. Why did you guys take so long to make the season to the point where now half of them are in their 20s? They started as preteen and now they're ending it as young adults. That's a shadow, sorry. If you guys got the seasons out quicker, they would have been able to end it while they were teenagers. But the fact that you guys now have to end it when they are literally young adults, it pisses me off because like the character is supposed to be 16. And I guess it's like I know some people in the comments be like, well, that's traditional teen dramas. Look at Vampire Diaries. Elena, the character's Elena's supposed to be 16, but Nina Dobrev was like around 20 years old when she started the show. Like I get that, but the difference is with Stranger Things, the cast started at preteen. The cast didn't start at 20 years old. The cast started at preteens. And majority of the time, you would have thought they would have ended at teenagers. They started at 11, 12. You would have thought they would have ended at like 19. But the fact that they started at 11, 12 and ended at 20 years old, it kind of like, why did you wait for so long for the show to end? Why did you wait so long for the show to, like, why did you wait so long to make season? Why did you end the show when half of the cast were already in their 20s or almost 30 at this point? But anyway, I won't go get into that. If you want a video from it, as I said again, leave a like and leave a comment. Stranger Things take place in the 1980s in Indiana Hawkins, a group of young friends witness a supernatural force and a secret government exploits as they search for answers of their best friend missing. His name is Will. Noah Schnapp. He's so fine. I love Noah Schnapp so much. And I love Millie Bobby Brown. And I love Finn Wolfhard so much. But yeah. And the children unwrap a series of extraordinary mysteries. I know me, as I said again, my favorite characters are probably Will, Mike, even though Mike in season 4 highly pissed me off. I like Mike. I love 11. I love Dustin, and I love Lucas, and I love Max because I love Sadie Singh. Low key, don't tell anyone in my family about this. But low key, because I love Sadie Singh so much, I kind of low key got my dog's name from Sadie Singh. Obviously, I didn't hear the name Sadie for dogs a lot, but because I love Sadie Singh so much, I was like, Sadie Singh, Sadie, that'd be a cute name, you know? So that's highly, I got an inspiration from her name, and also, plus, I didn't hear Sadie from a lot of dog names. I was like, Sadie's a unique name for a dog, and also Sadie Singh, like a fangirl name, you know? Because I'm a fangirl, and I love being a fangirl, so I was like, why not embrace my fangirlness and name one of my dogs after something about me being a fangirl? So I was like, Sadie Singh. I love Sadie. I love Sadie Singh. I love Sadie. And it's unique. You know? The little history. But yeah, as you said, those are probably my favorite characters of Stranger Things. Next is Smallville. You probably heard of Smallville with young Tom Welling. Welling? Young Tom Welling. Oh, he was so attractive. Like, dude, I can't. If I could talk about that man, I could go on a whole ass rant about him. He amazing. I love him so much. He's so fine. If I could meet prime Tom Welling, I would marry him. Anyway, Tom Welling is an interpretation. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce that word. An interpretation of the Superman story feature young Clark Kent coming to grips with his emerging superpowers. He must hide his abilities from his friends. Now, my favorite character from Smallville will have to be Lois Lane. Lois and Clark. Those are probably my only two favorite characters right now. Because I don't like Lana. I mean, Lana in the season 1 was good. I've seen spoilers, and Lana later in the season doesn't seem that good. But anyway, I have to wait for that for later season. But I'm only on season 1, so I can't really judge that much. I'm not really fully into the show. So until I get like really deep in the show, then I can judge the characters. But since I'm only in season 1, I kind of have to wait about what are my favorite character reality. But I do like Lois and Clark because Lois and Clark have always been my OTP ever since I was little. Because if you don't know me, I love Marvel and I love DC so much. Like, I love Marvel and I love DC so much. And I've been loving Marvel and DC ever since I was a kid. I grew up loving Marvel and DC, so I love Superman. So of course I love Lois and Clark because I grew up watching Marvel and DC because I just love it. Like, I love Marvel and DC so much. Like when people be like, "What's your favorite, Marvel and DC?" I'd be like, "I love Marvel and DC so much. I don't have a favorite." So yeah, that's Smallville. Outer Banks. I think you probably heard of Outer Banks. I mean, it's really common right now. It's really popular amidst all the drama going on with the cast members. Outer Banks is about a teenage boy named John B. who enlists his brief best friend to hunt for a legendary treasure linked to his father's disappearance. My favorite character from Outer Banks would probably have to be JJ, Sarah Cameron, and probably Kira. Those are probably my favorite character. I like John B, but if it really could be compared to John B, then JJ. JJ have a little bit more of a compelling story because of his family life. But JJ is just about, hold on, sorry. With John B, it's just about his father disappearing. With JJ, it's more talking about like what he goes through with his father and the abuse he goes with his father. I don't know if I can say that on YouTube, but the abuse that he goes with his father. So yeah, what are probably my favorite characters from Outer Banks? The OC. California, here we come, right back where we started from. California. Sorry, I had to bust out singing. California is about a teenage boy named Ryan from the wrong side of Chinko tract, find himself in a well-to-do Newport Beach and enclave of the Southern California Orange County. If you don't know what the OC mean, Orange. If you don't know what the OC mean, the OC basically mean Orange County, California. Not Orange County, not Orange County, but Orange County, California. Meaning the Orange County, California. That's like a rich socialite, rich place where a lot of well-off people live. But yeah, that's the OC. I love the OC so much. I love the theme song. Every time I hear the theme song, I have to sing it because it's so iconic. Like, can we bring back theme songs? Because the way that TV shows don't even have theme songs anymore, it's hella disrespectful. Like the way that TV shows be having title scream and not even theme songs is so disrespectful. Like we need to bring back good songs, good soundtracks, and good theme songs to TV shows. Please. My favorite character from the OC is probably Seth, Summer, Marissa, and I like Ryan. But Seth and Summer, I love them so much because if you know me, I love Adam Brody so much. Yeah. I love Seth and Summer. Seth and Summer are definitely my OTP. Like I love Seth and Summer. Like they are my one true pair. Like no other couple could probably go on top of Seth and Summer in the OC. I love Seth and Summer so much. Because I love Adam Brody and I love Rachel Bilson so much. Like Adam Brody's still fine. And I'm still I have an obsession with Adam Brody that only me, myself, and I only know about. So, yeah. I will go into discussions about it online. Only me, myself know about it, but yeah. That's the OC. Now we got to the one and only. This time after pretty. I've seen the trailer. I was freaking out over the cute Jeremiah and Belly pics. I literally almost had a heart attack when I saw Conrad because even though I love Conrad, I am a Jelly shipper to this day. I love Jelly so much. Like literally. Jelly on the top. Jelly is my OTP. Like I love Jeremiah and Belly so much. And yeah, the Summer I'm Pretty is about a teenage girl called. It's about Conklin, if you want to call her Belly, caught in a love triangle between two brothers, Jeremiah and Conrad, as she deals with her first love, her first heartbreak during a perfect summer that she turned pretty. Obviously, my favorite characters are Belly, Conrad, Jeremiah, Steven, Taylor, Cameron. Those are my favorite characters. And I think the reason why, and I like Belly and Jeremiah, and I like Steven and Taylor. And I think the reason why I love Steven and Taylor so much is because Steven and Taylor reminds me of Seth and Summer. Like the the girl who always bullied the guy because she secretly loves him, but she doesn't want to tell him, like something like that. Or childhood friends, like something like that. And that's why I love Seth and Summer, because I love Steven and Taylor, and they're literally OTP. Seth and Summer are my OTP, just like Steven and Taylor and Belly and Jeremiah are my OTP. But yeah. My Life with the Water Boys is about when a tragedy disrupts her life. When a sorry. When a tragedy disrupts her life, a teenage girl named Jackie moves in with her guardian Vic's family in a small town, learned lessons about love, hope, and friendship. I like Jackie. It's another love triangle story, of course. As I said again, it's another Jackie's caught in a love triangle between Alex and Cole. Obviously, I like Cole and Jackie better because, as I explained again, Jackie and Cole reminds me of Jackie and Cole remind me of Damon and Elena. So like contract with each other. Yeah. My favorite characters are probably Jackie and Cole. Cause we really don't get to know about any other brothers besides Jackie, Cole, and Alex. And I like Alex. I think Alex is really cute. Alex is a perfect boyfriend. But there's something about Cole that just get my gear grinding. Get my gears grinding. Uh, yeah. Moving on. I love Alex. It just, I don't know, there's something about Jackie and Cole that just, mm. And also, the guy who played Farkle from Girl Meets World is in there. Oh, I love him so much. He's so fine. I love the actor who played Farkle just because I love Farkle from Girl Meets World. So I love the actor. Anyway, never have I ever, you know, period. Never have I ever in about a teenage girl named Davy. She is a first generation Indian American teenager. After a traumatic year of Davy's life from becoming paralyzed and losing her dad at her concert, she wants to improve her status at school, but friends, family, and feeling don't make it easy on her. It's really relatable for any teenage girl. I like Davy. She makes mistakes, and I think that's really uncommon to see because I feel like you're so used to seeing the teenage girls in these shows being so perfect. So to see, sorry, my nose is stuffy. Allergy. So to see that they have a character like Davy who embrace her mistakes and love her mistakes, I love. I like Davy. I like Eleanor. I like Fabiola. I love Paxton. Like, can you hit me up, Paxton? Like, where mine? Where my Paxton? Like, it did it. Please. But yeah. I hated Ben because I thought Ben was a huge dickhead and an asshole, but I started to like him towards the end, and I was like, oh, he has a soft side. He only acts like this because he doesn't have his mom and dad attention, because all his mom and dad care about is money. Anyway, this is another old series. If you could tell, half of these series are from like the 2000s, the 2000s, the 90s, and probably the early to mid 2010s and early 2020s, because shows nowadays sucks ass. They're so bad. Like, shows nowadays suck. So I really did do rewatching of like old shows from back in the day and really don't watch a lot of new shows now. Just like Disney. I don't really watch a lot of new Disney shows. The only Disney shows I watch is probably, and don't hate on me. Yes, I still watch Disney at 15 because Disney is the bomb. Disney was my childhood. And don't hate on me because I know you guys at your grown ass age, at 20-year-olds, still watching Jesse and Austin Alley. So please, leave the hate comment to yourself. I don't see any slander in the comments. Leave it to yourself. But yeah, um, I love Disney. And I was a Disney girly growing up. I wasn't a Nickelodeon girly. I didn't really start watching Nickelodeon until I was probably like 10 years old. Like, I knew about Nickelodeon, but I wasn't watching Nickelodeon like that. I probably was watching like Nickelodeon cartoons like SpongeBob and Powerpuff Girls, but I wasn't watching Nickelodeon like that. I was a Disney girly because everyone in my family grew up watching Disney, so I just became a Disney girly. Like, that's why I don't really watch a lot of new Disney. I watch like old Disney's, like 2000 Disney and like 2000 and 2010 Disney still has my heart. Like, I love the 2000s, the 90s, and the 2010 Disney. That was the golden age of Disney. And I feel bad that Disney is now declining because a new generation will never know how good old Disney was, because old Disney was iconic. I love old Disney so much. Sorry. old Disney Channel, but iconic. I love old Disney Channel so much. Um, yeah, I love 2000 and 2010s Disney so much. Golden age of Disney. I love the 2000s. I love the 2000 and 2010 Disney so much. Next show. Oh, I have so many. I wrote so many. Oops. We're gonna have to be here for an hour. Sorry. Next show is Beverly Hills 90210. My mom got me hooked on it. My mom used to watch this when she was little, and I just grew up. And then she showed it to me, and I grew up to love the show. I grew up watching it with her, so like. And then as I got older, I started to watch it by myself, and I just grew up loving the show and just start watching it by myself. Mainly because Luke Perry's in it, and Brenda. I was literally about to say Brenda's song. Shannon Doherty from Charm is in it, and again, another one of my favorite actors that passed away that literally made me cry. Like, I love her so much because I love her in Charm and I love her in Beverly Hills. And when she passed away, I was so sad. I was crying when she passed away because she's one of my favorite actors ever. I love her so much. Rest in peace, Shannon Doherty. I love you so much. But yeah. Beverly Hills is about a series that followed the life of a group of friends living in Beverly Hills, California, of course, as they transition from high school to college and into the adult world. You gotta watch the show. This is peak TV. 2090s TV, peak. 2090s and 2010 TV, peak. My favorite characters, Dylan. I think Dylan and Brenda. No. Okay. Dylan and Brenda. Definitely. I love it. Yeah. I like Kelly. Kelly, I'm not she with a little I like Kelly. Kelly would have known one of my favorite characters. Yeah. Kelly, Brenda, Dylan, and probably yeah. Yeah. Kelly, Brendan, and Dylan. Yeah. 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 Those are my favorite characters from that show. I love that show so much. I've always said thanks to my mom for if my mom never introduced me to show, I probably would have never found it. So I'm forever grateful to my mom for introducing to me. My mom knew how to parent. When she came to TV shows, she knew what she was doing. Because I'm forever grateful for my mom introducing that show to me. Um, Next show. This show is probably the perfect show to watch during the fall and Halloween time. Gilmore Girls. Another Gigi show. Like Gossip Girl Gigi. You get it. The show follows a mom named Lorelai and a 16-year-old daughter named Rory, where their shows follow their daily life as Lorelai advances her career as hotel manager and Rory deals with the pressures of a high school student. Obviously, it may be an unpopular opinion, but it seems like it's a popular. Rory, I love Rory. And it could be just because I love the actor who played Rory, but I love Rory and I love Lorelai so much. And as I said again, Rory is another teenage girl in the fictional TV show that deal with the unnecessary hate. Rory, Elena, and probably Belly that deal with the most unnecessary hate. And as I said again, there's going to be a video coming up about why people treat teenage girls in TV shows different from teenage boys. There will be a video about that coming up, so stay tuned. Make sure to like, make sure to turn on that little bell, that notification bell, make sure to turn it on so you can be prepared when that video come out, because that video is going to be deep. I don't know why I still do this. Like, I remember when this was a trend back in the day, people be like, bus, bus. I remember when people do this back in the day. I don't even know people still do this back. I still do it, but I don't know if people still do this, bro. But yeah. Um, next show is called Exo Kitty. Exo Kitty is a spinoff from All the Boys I Loved Before. I love All the Boys I Loved Before. It's just a cute rom com. Like that was another peak rom com. I love that show. I love that movie. I love Laura Jean and I love Peter because I love the actors who played him. I love Exo Kitty. Kitty Exo Kitty is about the youngest of the Covey sister Kitty, who embarks her quest to find love in South Korea. I love Exo Kitty because in all the boys I loved before, I've said I love Laura Jean, I love Peter, I love Margot, and I love Kitty. I love Exo Kitty because I love Kitty, and I think it's a cute show to tell Kitty's story because Kitty was a young, so Kitty didn't get as much screen time as she has now in her own show that she wasn't all the boy that before because she was a younger sister. And I think I love Kitty because I love Anne Half the Heart, just like I love Laura Jean because I love Lana Cordon. I love Lana Cordon, and I love Janelle Paris. So I think that's the reason why I love them so much. Well, I forgot to add that Mona is another one of my favorite characters from Pretty Little Liars. I forgot to say that. Yeah, she pissed me off when I found out she was A. Yeah, but I still love her. So yeah. Ooh, my mouth hurt from all this talking. Sorry. Um, yeah, I love Kitty. My favorite characters are probably Kitty, Mino, Day, Yuri, Q, and that's it. Mino and Kitty, as you said again, OTP. I hope Kitty and Mino get together in this season. If they don't, I'm leaving a very strong hate message to Jenny Han. If they don't get together, I'm leaving a very strong hate message. But yeah, that's Kitty. Next on the list is One Tree Hill. I don't want to be anything I don't been what I've been trying to be lately. One Tree Hill, another iconic CW Warner Brothers TV show. One Tree Hill is about two half brothers, Lucas and Nathan Scott, who trade between kinship and rivalry both on the basketball court and in the heart of their friend in a small but not so quiet town, Tree Hill, North Carolina. Which, just to find out that Tree Hill, North Carolina is actually filmed in Wilmington, which some writer pretty well also filmed at. Go a little fun fact. Wilmington, some writer pretty much here were both filmed in Wilmington, North Carolina. I'm thinking of visiting there, like I'm thinking of getting a vlog camera so I can go to Wilmington, California, Wilmington, North Carolina, and I can see the One Tree Hill and some random presets. And I'm thinking of filming there. I'm thinking of visiting there so I can film on my vlogging camera soon. So when I get a vlogging camera, make sure to look out for that video. But yeah, I love One Tree Hill. It's a good show because it talks about family. I feel like there's not a lot of shows that talk about family. Most shows are talking about like love, friendship, and other stuff. I feel like, alright, I don't know why I get so stuffy. I feel like to find a show that talks about family is really rare. So I always love the shows that talk about like family because they're relatable. Because I have a mom, I have a dad, I have an annoying sister. If I have a sister, so I feel like watching shows like Supernatural and originals that's talking about like family really relate to me. But yeah, my favorite character from One Tree Hill is Lucas Nathan. Lucas may be an unpopular opinion, but I want no Lucas slander in the comments. Because I love Lucas. and Chad Michaelbury. Oh, OG heartthrob. Love him so much. So fine. Anyway, I love Lucas, Nathan, Peyton, another unpopular opinion, but I want to know Peyton's slander in the comments. Thank you very much. Peyton, Brooke, Haley. That's it. Those are probably the 5 main characters are probably my 5 characters. I do like Karen, Lucas' mother. For a parent, I like her. And I love Keith. But those are probably my favorite characters. The 5 main characters, and like 2 of the parents are probably like my main character. Jenny and Georgia. No, I know. I know what you about to say. Why Jenny and Georgia was so cringy. Season 1, cringy. Oh, I cringed so hard. Season 2, not bad. Season 2 kind of ate down and it would bust. Season 3, I saw the trailer for Season 3. Oh my god. It was so much better. Season 3 beat out Season 1 and Season 2. It was so much more darker. It went into a more darker theme. It seemed like Jenny is really trying. I see like Jenny trying to be like and more like her mother Georgia after Georgia went to jail. Like, hey, spoiler. But Jenny and Georgia is about a teenage girl named Jenny and her family yearns to put down roots in a picturesque New England town after years on the run. But yeah, my favorite characters are probably Jenny, Georgia, Max, Abby, Nora, and Marcus. Marcus a little iffy. I like Marcus, but sometimes I feel like I'm sometimes like, oh, Marcus. He cringed me out, but sometimes I like him. But he's like not middle character, but I love him. But sometimes he cringed me out. Like I love him, but he cringed me out. Like he's the middle. And I know, unpopular opinion. A lot of people, well, I would say a lot of people hate the show. A lot of people like the show. A lot of people didn't like the last seasons. The thing with this show is I used to hate this show down, but like later season I forgot about it and I stopped watching it when I got to like season 6. So I really don't know what happened. So I'm doing all my rewatch so I can remember the show because I kind of low key forgot about the show. So yeah. It's called Riverdale. Riverdale is about a after Riverdale is about Riverdale is a show about after a teenager is murdered within the town of Riverdale, a group of teenagers try to unravel the evil lurking within the town of Riverdale. Oh, I was just here. Yeah. Hold on. You gotta give me a second. Hey guys, I'm back. Sorry. Little intermission. I yeah, little intermission. I'm back. Sorry, guys. Where was I? So Riverdale, favorite character. Oh yeah, favorite character of Riverdale: Archie, Betty, Veronica, Jughead, Tony, Cheryl. Yeah, I love Jughead. I literally, I don't want to admit this because this is kind of embarrassing, but I was so obsessed with Riverdale that I became obsessed with beanies. I literally have a whole beanie collection because of Riverdale. I never used to wear beanies at all because I was so obsessed with Riverdale when I was younger. I literally bought so many beanies because I wanted to be Jughead because I love Cole Sprouse and I have an obsessed with Cole Sprouse that only me, myself, and I only know about. But I was so obsessed with him that I literally started a beanie collection because of Jughead. If I'm not a dedicated fangirl, if that doesn't tell you that I'm a dedicated fangirl, if that doesn't tell you I'm a dedicated fangirl, I don't know what does. If that didn't tell you, I don't know what does. Like that's how obsessed I was. Yeah. Next is Friends. Gonna be this way. You drop a joke, you broke your life with DOA. It always been stuck in second gear. When it hasn't been your day, your week, or your month, or even your year, I'll be there for you. Friends, iconic series from the 90s. If you don't watch Friends, what are you doing? You never heard of Friends? You never watched Friends? What the hell are you doing? And you better get on that shit. Because we don't know about it, I feel so bad for you. Friends is about a tight-knit group of friends, of course, who live in New York, Manhattan. I love Friends. Like Friends is one of those comfort series where you can pop on and watch and laugh when you have a bad day. Like it's so good. Like my favorite character for Friends is of course Phoebe, Rachel, Monica, Ross, Chandler. Rest in peace. Rest in peace, Matthew Perry. I love you. I wish you had been here to see the new young fans who's watching your show. I love you so much. You are one of my favorite actors. I was so sad when you died and passed away. But I love you so much. Rest in peace. And Joey. Those are my favorite characters. I love all six of the friends. Like I don't have a particular favorite friend. I love all six of them. So yeah. Friends is that comfort show. Like when you're on a road trip and you want to watch a good comfort show, pop on Friends. It's a good show to watch when you're on a plane or in the car for a road trip. Bomb ass show. I literally on my third rewatch of the show because I love it so much. Charm, my favorite show. If I have to say, Charm is probably one of the best witch dramas ever. Yeah, Charm is probably one of the best witch TV shows, but specifically witch teen drama you will ever watch or ever see. And it's new because it talks about sisters. You know, we're so used to seeing brother duos like Sam and Dean, Damon and Stefan. You know, or Nathan and Lucas. Like, we're so used to seeing brother duos. To see that Charm is talking about sisters is so new because we're never used to seeing, like, a sister duo. Like, there's not really that many shows that has sisters in it. You know? But Charm is about a group of sisters discover that they're witches. Luckily for the world, they're the good witch and they're not the bad witch. Yeah, I love Charm. Like Charm is my favorite. As you know me, as I said again, I love Prue, I love Piper, and I love Phoebe. I do love Paige, but with Paige, I kind of wish they brought Paige in when Prue was on the show because low key, and I think most fans feel like this, when Paige entered the show, it low key felt like they were replacing Prue. It was like Prue dies, so now we have a new sister to introduce to the show. If they would have brought Prue on when Paige, if they would have stayed, if they kept Prue on the show and brought in Paige, it would have felt like a replacement. It's kind of like H2O, kind of like when Claire left H2O and they brought in Bella and it kind of felt like a replacement with another blonde girl. It kind of felt like that. Even though I love Bella, it felt like a replacement low key because it's like you replace her with another blonde girl, you know? And with Charm, with Paige, it felt like a replacement. It's like, oh, you're giving us another sister and replacing the older sister even though she's the youngest. You know? But those are my favorite characters from Charm. I love a Charm. Charm is another good comfort series that you could pop on and just love. Now I know you gotta be like, isn't this show a little too immature for you? First of all, you're not my mama. Second, shut up. And third of all, if you don't watch this show, what have you been doing and what are you doing because this show is bomb. This is such a good historic medieval time type of show that you have to watch no matter what age you are. You have to, well, I would say 15 I would say don't start at like 11 or 12 because you're not gonna want to see the show at 11 or 12. I say start at 15, and the older you get, the more you love the show. Game of Thrones. Dun 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 dun. I'm just gonna embarrass myself so much with these intros. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm posting this on YouTube. Excuse me. I'm sorry, I don't know where that came from. Excuse me. A Game of Thrones is about the first story arc that follows a war of secession among the competing cl- claimants, I don't know, competing people for the control of the Iron Throne of the Seven Kingdoms, with other noble family fighting for independence of the throne. Game of Thrones. It's a good series. It's iconic. It's a good, if you want like that good medieval type of series, definitely watch Game of Thrones because that's probably one of the best series you probably would ever get for like medieval kingdoms and castles type of stuff. My favorite character from Game of Thrones would have to be Jon Snow and Daenerys. I like Sansa. I like Arya. I like Bran. Uh, I forgot what his name was. I can't remember his name. I think he was the king that became his mother was Lady Catherine, and he became king, and probably he became king the first season. He was one of Lady Catherine's sons. So if you watch Game of Thrones, you probably knew who I was talking about. If you don't, I have to research it up so I can figure out who he is. I know who he is. I just forgot his name. Getting a lot of names recently. No, I'm joking. I'm so joking. Don't take that literally. Oh, I like Grey Worm. I like Bran. I like Daenerys out of 10. I like Tyrion. Jon Snow. I do like Gilly. I like Sansa. I like Arya. Miss Miss Dellery. The one who got together with Grey Worm. You watch Game of Thrones. That one. I love her. I love Margaret. She was a good character. She died too early. Like, just because you were too jealous. Alright, and I mean to kill her. Oh my god, I can't think of him. I do like Shay. I love Shay. Oh, who's she with married to? Her character, not her. Ugh. Oh, Thomas Sangster. Thomas Brody Sangster. The guy, if we could zoom up clearly. Yeah. This is why I need new. This is why I need camera. It's not gonna. It's not gonna show. From him, I love his character in Game of Thrones. because I love him and Dylan O'Brien in Maze Runner because I love Maze Runner and I love Diversion so much. So like I love him and his character. I love him in Game of Thrones and I love his character in Maze Runner because I love Dylan O'Brien in Maze Runner. And I also love Diversion so much because I love Shailene Woodley and Theo James so much. So gorgeous. Theo James, like, where men, where can I see men that look like that, bro? But yeah. Ugh. Kelsey Stark. Rob, Rob, Rob Stark. Him? Yeah. I like him. If you can't remember. Come on. Yeah. Rob Stark. I love him. Yeah, he did get a little cocky. Like, his actor is so handsome. Like, do you see his actor? Come on. Camera, work, please. I don't have all day. And my fans, I mean, my viewers don't have all day. Him? His actor is so fine. Like, he's only 38 and he looks like that. Like, what happened to jeans? Hello? But yeah, that's Game of Thrones. Those are my favorite characters. I like his wife because his wife kind of like come to like a rag to riches. Like his wife was like a paramedic, and then all of a sudden his wife became his wife and became queen. I was like, hold up, that's what we used to do back in the day. Like what, you know? So then I'm gonna move on to some of my favorite childhood cartoons, cause why not? These are cartoons I still watch. As I said, I love Disney Channel and I love the 2010s era of Disney so much. I'm a Disney girly to heart. I will always forever love Disney and I will always forever love the 2010s and the 2000 Disney. I love so much. But there are also other childhood cartoons that I love and mean so much to me and I still watch to this day. So the first one is Winx. Winx is a series about adventure of a group of teenage girls known as Winx. They are a group of girls who are fairies, who who are students at Althea College for Fairies, who turn them into who as because they turn into fairies as they fight villains. Sorry for saying who a lot. I sound like owl. Woohoo! Sorry. But yeah, they turn into fairies as they fight villains. I love all six of the girls. Like, you're gonna make me type this. I forgot all the girls' names because there's sometimes they're so hard to like. I love the animated series. Let's just get this clear. I hate the real life one. The real life one sucks ass. I love the animated series. The animated series is iconic. If you haven't watched the animated series, what are you doing with your life? My favorite characters is Bloom, Misu, yeah, Misu, Aisha, Techna, Flora, Stella. I do like Sky, and I do like Roxy. And low key, I kind of low key like the Mean Girls. I know this is like very like uncommon, but I like the Mean Girls. I like Darcy and her sister, Darcy, Icy, and Stormy. I kind of like them because they add a little flair to the like. It would be boring if it would all good characters. So adding like Darcy and Icy and Stormy is interesting because they're all sisters. So adding that little sister dynamic to the group, amazing. But it's so funny because they always act like they're big balls, and then Bloom be knocking their ass out because Bloom is like an ancestor of a very popular fairy. Like she's a fire fairy, meaning she's the most powerful fairy of all. So like they'd be like, oh my god, we're gonna fight Bloom. Bloom be killing them because she's like a powerful fairy. Because she's like an ancestor of a fire fairy or something. I don't know for sure. I have to figure that out. I'll tell you guys in the comments if I figure it out. But yeah. Next is Brat. Ooh, Brat. If you never heard of Brat, and now to say it again, I'm talking about the cartoon. I hate the real life one. As much as I love Janelle Paris as Jade, and she ate down Jade in the real life movie, I hate the movie. The movie was not good. It was not good. Like it wasn't realistic. It wasn't realistic. It didn't have Dylan or Cameron. Like I didn't like it. I hate the movie. The real life movie. The real life Bratz movie. I hate it. But Bratz is basically about four teenage four teenage girls with a passion for fashion who scoop out story for the teen magazine. I love Sasha, Jade, Yasmin, Chloe, and I love the Tweevils, and I love Birdie. I don't know, they just add a little flair. One of my favorite characters, of course. But yeah, that's Bratz. And in the final two, because if you know me, I'm obsessed with mermaids. Like if you were to ask me what is the most mythical creature I'm obsessed with, I know I'm obsessed with a lot of supernatural creatures, but I'm obsessed with unicorns and mermaids. Like I love mermaids. Like I've always wanted to be a mermaid. If I had a chance to be a mermaid right now, I would take it. So like I love like aquamarine. I love H2O, Mako mermaids. Like I grew up watching mermaids. Like I love mermaids so much. Like if I had to pick my favorite mythical creature, it would have to be mermaid. Like I love aquamarine, and I love JoJo and aquamarine. If you don't know JoJo, she's a singer who played one of the characters in aquamarine. If you check out her music is bomb. If you didn't grow up with her, check out her music now. And what are you doing? Like I love JoJo so much, and I love Emma Roberts so much in the role of in Aquamarine. I love her so much. But then, yeah, I just love mermaids. Like I love Aquamarine, and yeah, and I love H2O because I love Phoebe and Claire, and I love Mako Mermaids too. I know Mako Mermaids is not really a really love spinoff from H2O, but I love Mako Mermaids so much. Like I get it, I would never live to the hype of H2O, but I do love it. Sorry, camera lopsided. But yeah, I love H2O Mako Mermaids. H2O is about free teenage girls who feel different, but these free Australian teenage girls feel different because they're mermaids. My favorite characters are Claire, Ricky, Emma, and Bella. Hands down. 4 favorite characters. Because, as I said again, I love Cleo because I love Phoebe. And I love Emma because I love Claire so much. So yeah. Next is the spinoff from H2O is Mako Mermaids. Mako Mermaid is about a 16-year-old boy named Zach who went on a camping trip to a mysterious Mako Island who turned out to be much more than that. To be much more than that for outdoorsy teen Zach. Unknown to him, the island is actually the domination. Not domination. It's a domain of a pod of mermaids. But yeah. Favorite characters is Serena, Nixie, Lila, Audina, Mimi, and probably Wayland. Those are probably all my. And then Zach. I hate Cam. I hate Cameron from Mako Mermaid. I hate him. But I like Zach. I really didn't like Evie in season 1 because I think she was being a real bitch. Because I was like, I get it's your boyfriend. But for you to accuse of him cheating when he have not proved that he would have cheated on you was a little out there. I didn't like Evie in season 1. I like Evie towards the end of season 1 because when they actually told her about the truth of Mermaid, she really understood why Lila and Nixie and Serena was like always around him because they were helping him trying to get better because their family left when Zach jumped in the pool, so they were helping him better. So I like that. I like that Evie was getting that like understanding of why they were always there. You know. But yeah, I love But yeah, I love Evie towards like the end of season 1 and the rest of the season. I love Evie, but I especially love Evie towards like the end of season 1. That's when I started to really love Evie towards like the end of season 1. So yeah, definitely. Uh, Criminal Minds. You know, you gotta add Criminal Mind. You can take the girl out of Criminal Mind, but you can't take Criminal Minds out of the girl. Criminal Minds is about an elite squad of FBI profilers to analyze the country's most twisted psycho killers or psychopaths or killers, whatever. Criminal Minds most twisted criminal mind, I meant to say. And anticipate the perpetrator next move before they can strike again. Like, get that mentality. I know you gotta be like, oh, I already know your favorite character. Yes, my favorite character is Spencer. Like, how can you not love him? He's so cute. Like, how can you not love Matthew Gray Grubler? Like, I love him so much. What's so funny is, for the longest time, like, I love Alvin and Chipmunks. Like, I've loved Alvin and Chipmunks because I loved the Alvin and Chipmunks and I loved the Chipettes so much. But I used to have the big crush on Alvin. But I also had this crush on Simon for the longest time. And I'm like, why do I have a crush on Simon? Like, I mean, I was like, Simon's cute, but I was like, I have a big obsession with Simon. I was like, I wonder why I have this big obsession with Simon when I was little. Why did I find out that Matthew Gray Gruber voiced Simon? And I was like, that's why I'm obsessed with Simon. Because I was like, I'm obsessed with Matthew Gray Grubler. So I was like, no wonder I'm obsessed with Simon. He voiced him. He literally is him. So I was like, I'm obsessed with Simon because I'm obsessed with Matthew Gray Grubler. That's why. But yeah, a little history. But yeah, I love Spencer. I like Garcia. I like Garcia. Sorry guys. My mind's a little foggy, so like, I'm sorry if I keep going on my phone. I have to figure out these character names. I don't want to mess them up. So I can get them right for you. Of course, I love Spencer. I love Matthew Gray Gubler so much. I love Derek or Morgan. I love Hoshner. Out of everyone, out of Rossi and Gideon, I've always loved Gideon. I mean, I love Rossi, but like, Gideon was the iconic one who was with the group. I do love Emily. I love Garcia. I love Elle. And I love JJ. Those are my favorite characters, hands down. Those are like those top characters are my favorite characters. Yeah. Those are my favorite characters from Criminal Minds. Yeah. It's just an iconic series. Like I've been watching Criminal Minds ever since I was 7. But I'm doing my rewatch because before I was little, I only really watched Criminal Minds for Spencer. But now I'm older and I understand things more, I'm really gonna do like a rewatch and actually like understand the case and actually like watch it. Even though low-key I'm still kind of watching it for Spencer, I'm watching it for my other favorite characters too. And the show. I know Grey's Anatomy. Yay! Grey's Anatomy is one of the longest medical dramas ever. Let's just get that clear. Grey's Anatomy is the personal and professional life of surgical intern, resident, and attending at the fictional Seattle Grace Hospital, later named the Grace Saloon Memorial Hospital. I love Grey's Anatomy so much. I know everybody jokes about like Grey's Anatomy so long, when it's going to end. And yeah, I love Grey's Anatomy and it's iconic, but it went on for way too long. I've always said that Grey's Anatomy should have ended when McDreamy died. It's Derek. When Derek Shepard died in Grey's Anatomy, that's when Grey's Anatomy should have ended. That's when they should have ended. So yeah. I love Grey's Anatomy. Obviously, it went on for too long, but it's iconic, and I low key would think it will low key be sad when the show officially ends, because it's like people grew up with the show. I guarantee it's going to be sad for the cast members for that final scene and that final episode, because like most of them ended when they were like 20 and 30, and they ended now they're in like their 50s. So I feel like even though the cast members and we make fun that the show went on for too long, it will be sad when we finally see the doors shut and the show finally ends. It will be sad. Even though it went on for too long, I still love the show very, very, very much. But yeah, my favorite characters, Meredith. I have a lot of favorite characters, so I do have to search this out. I like Meredith. I like Bailey. I like Derek. I like Christina. I like Izzy. I like Jackson Avery. Mr. Miss Jamie. I do like Richard. I think Richard was a good mentor. I think out of everyone, Richard was probably the best mentor. I do like Meredith's sister. I wish Meredith's sister would have liked her. I wish Meredith would have liked her sister more. I like Alex in later seasons, like the first and second season, Alex the asshole, but like later season, I do start to like Alex. Actually, again, I like Meredith's sister. I wish Meredith started to like her sister. Lexi Gray, I liked her. I just wish she liked her sister sooner. And that's it. Those are probably all my favorite characters from Game of Thrones. Ooh, sorry. Grey's Anatomy. Those are all my favorite characters, definitely. Now, this show. This show was iconic. It was a good show. This show was iconic. It was a good show. Because it got 5 seasons, so it had to be a good show. It was the most watched ABC Family show besides, like, this was the most watched ABC Family show on ABC Family, and then when Pretty Liars came on, Pretty Liars was the most watched. But this was the most watched, and Pretty Liars was the second most watched. Now, unpopular opinion, people love it, but people hate it. And, people talk about it, and people love the show. But also, there's a lot of people who hate it. So it's like, it's that show where, like, you love it, but you hate it. But I definitely think people still love it because people still make videos about it, make TikToks, and make edits, and still talk about it. So I definitely think people still love the show. They didn't want to pretend that they hate the show to be popular, but in reality, they actually love the show very much. So yeah. And I love the show very much. I'm about to literally do my daily rewatch of the show. I haven't watched the show probably since I was 7, 8. I've been watching the show since I was like 7 or 8 years old. So I'm definitely doing my rewatch of the show. And I love the show because I love Shailene Woodley so much. And the show's called The Secret Life of an American Teenager. The Secret Life of an American Teenager is about a teenage girl named Amy, and she becomes pregnant. The series focuses on the relationship between Amy and her family and friends as they deal with her unexpected pregnancy and teen motherhood. And I would definitely say that they said this show was a campy. I would on Reddit, and I know Reddit. The show, there was something that said The Secret Life of American Teenager is a campy masterpiece that we need to talk about more, or that don't get talked about enough. And I was like, that's so true. And don't get me wrong, were there certain scenes I was like, eh, yeah. Were there certain seasons I was like, eh, yeah. Were there certain storyline I was like, eh. Were there certain characters I was like, eh, right? But with Revolutionary, it was a good show. We need to talk about it more, and what's sexy about it is that people make fun of the show, but people know that they love the show because we're never getting a show like that. The show came at the perfect time. It came at the height of Teen Mom, like the Teen Mom reality show on MTV. It came at the perfect time because literally after that show came out, Teen Mom came out on MTV and it was a popular reality show. So it came at the perfect time. Because Teen Mom, like after the show, Teen Mom came out and and that had the whole teen pregnancy epidemic. So it came at a perfect time to be talked about. And I said again, I will, if you guys want me to, I will do a video about the history of ABC Family because we need to talk about it. Because I've always said ABC Family was one of those channels that risked it. Like, we had Arya and Ezra teacher-student relationship. We're never gonna see that again. And it was iconic for it. We had the Fosters who had a black and white women dating, which black and white, as you know, I don't want to get into race, but you know that's really rare to see an interracial relationship back in the day. But for them to be gay and on a show, it was really rare because LGBTQ wasn't talked about enough. Like Pretty Liars opened that door. If it wasn't for Pretty Liars, I definitely think the show Fosters would have never existed because they would have thought the show was too risky and too risque and all that stuff. To the point where Foster didn't exist. So that's why I said Pretty Liars came out first, so Pretty Liars could test the waters. And when Pretty Liars came out, Foster came out, and that's why Foster is so popular. It's because Pretty Liars came out first and test the waters with the whole gay relationship and stuff like that. So yeah, I do got one more on this list. But yeah, Foster's was iconic. Like Foster's was amazing. Like it was iconic. It was amazing. The Secret Life of American Teenager was amazing. It was awesome. As I said again, it was a campy masterpiece that don't get talked about enough. People still talk about that. They watch it to this day. They still do their daily rewatches. They still talk about it. They still love it. It's a masterpiece that is a masterpiece that's never going to be recreated, and it's a masterpiece that don't get talked about enough, and yada yada. And I agree because will we get another show like that? No, because people are too scared now. People are too scared for that. We're never gonna get a show like that, so we still love The Secret Life of American Teenager while we can, because we're never getting a show like that again. So we still love it while we can. But with a masterpiece, low-key, I kind of still love the show to this day. I'm about to do, as I said again, I'm about to do my daily rewatch on Hulu. I have Hulu with Disney Plus, and the show's on it, so I'm about to do my rewatch of it. So yeah. My favorite character, um, I love Andrea. I love her because I watched Euphoria. Even though I don't like Euphoria, I watched Euphoria, and I really only watched Euphoria because of Maddie. And I used to look at Maddie, I used to be like, why do I like Maddie so much? Like, I love her confidence, and I love that she's badass, but I was like, why I love Maddie so much? Like, what draws me to her? And I forgot. I was like, you know why I love Maddie? It's because I love Andrea. Because they're both Latina, and they're both badasses, and I was like, Andrea is literally like, Andrea is literally Maddie just in 2008. Alright. I don't know why. Someone literally said was like, someone said Andrea run, so Maddie can walk. And I was like, that's so true. That's so true. Literally, Andrea came first so Maddie can walk. I mean, Andrea walked so Maddie can run. No, hold on, sorry. Andrea ran so Maddie can walk. Because Andrea is literally Maddie just back in the day. And I was like, no wonder I love Andrea because I love Maddie. I was like, no wonder I love Maddie so much. It's because I remember loving Andrea so much. So yeah, I love The Secret Life of an American Teenager. It may be unpopular, it may be a popular opinion. I don't care. I don't want no slander in the comment. I love The Secret Life of an American Teenager. And I know all those girly pops that making videos talk about they hate it, they know they love it. Because they know when they were 12 watching that show, they were eating it down. They were eating that show down. When that show first came out, they were eating The Secret Life of an American Teenager down when the show first came out. So the people who say they hate it, they really don't hate it. They're just saying they hate it. The people who say they hate it really don't hate it. They're only saying that because it's popular, it's a popular opinion, and they want to be popular. That's the reason why they say it. But in reality, they're still watching it and they're still loving it. So remember that. So I love that show so much. My favorite character from it, I just again, my favorite characters, Amy, Andrea, yeah, Andrea. I love Molly Ringwald character in the show. That's probably it. Yeah, I think I only really loved Amy and Andrea. And Andrea and Amy hate each other. I think I remember having a crush. I think I remember liking Ricky and Benjamin, but I don't know. But I definitely do think that my only favorite characters on the show would have to be Andrea and Amy. I don't really remember the mom a lot. I remember Anne, Molly Ringwald character, and I love Molly Ringwald. Like I've been a big fan of her ever since Breakfast Club. Like I love her so much. But I don't remember her character on the show, so I definitely said my only favorite character on the show would have to be Amy and Andrea. Yeah, Amy pissed me off, but I just said again. She was a teenage girl with a pregnancy. I don't know how anyone else would deal with being pregnant and being in high school and being a teenager. Like people make fun of her, but people say like she's annoying, she complains. But I'm like, if it was you and you were going to the same thing Amy went through, how would you react? The same way. So please. And I just again, I will be making a video on why people treat teenage girls in TV shows different from teenage boys. Because it needs to be talked about. Because the unnecessary hate that all those girl characters get is unnecessary. Yeah. But yeah, those are my favorite characters from a Secret Life of American Teenager. I love it. No slander in the comments. You know you love it, and you only saying you're hating it because everybody else saying they hate it, but you know it's still your guilty pleasure, and you know you still love that show. But yeah, the next show I want to talk about is The Fosters. The Fosters, The Fosters about The Foster follows the life of the Adams and Foster family that led by a lesbian lesbian couple, Steph and Lena Adams. Steph is a police officer and Lena Adams is a vice principal who raised one biological son and four adopted teenagers in San Diego, California. It It was a good show. It was an iconic show. I love The Fosters. I'm doing my daily rewatch on it. It was a good show because it opened the eyes. And I think that's what the good thing about ABC Family. ABC Family talked about topics that wasn't talked about and was called taboo. Like teenager pregnancy was taboo. No one talked about it. Foster parent, fosterhood, taboo because no one talked about it. gay relationships and pretty gay couples and Pretty Liars coming out. A gay lesbian married couple and Foster's taboo to talk about. ABC Family Switched at Birth was a show about a deaf and blind kid, I think. Like one family was deaf and one family was blind, and it was not talked about. Like people thought disability people was supernatural. Like, oh, I never heard of that. They don't exist. What is that? Like, and they're all around the world. And the fact that people used to think that they were like supernatural is hella disrespectful. But ABC Family really taught. ABC Family really opened that envelope and really challenged the narrative and really talked about topics that wasn't talked about, and they really told people, hey, listen, you may not see blind people and you may not have never seen a deaf person to blind people, but they are real. They're not supernatural, they're real. And these are real situations they go to because they have a disability, and people who have disability are treated like kids and treated like toys in the world, and they need to be treated better. And I was like, that's so true. Like, I feel bad for all the disability people in the world because they get treated so bad because people see them as these people who can't do anything. When they can do things, they just may need a little help because of their disability. But they're not helpless. And I feel so bad for every disability person. If I could help any disability person out there, I would. Because any disability teenager or kid that's out there, I would totally help them. I don't care what you have. You can have Down syndrome. You can have the same disability that Augie have and Wonder. I will still love you and be friends with you. If you have any disability out there, I will still love you and be friends with you. Just remember that. But yeah, my favorite character from Foster's would have to be Callie because I love Mia Michelle, because I love Teen Beach and Ross Lynch, of course. I love Noah Centineo. One thing I would say, it would hella disrespectful that they replaced Jake T. Austin with Noah Centineo because I have the biggest crush on Jake T. Austin. I love him so much because I love him from Wizards. So when they replace him, I would hella mad. But I love Noah Centineo. It's just he embodies the role, so when they replace him, I would mad. Even though I love both of them so much, I was so mad when they replaced him. But anyway, I love Marina Adams. Yeah, Jesus and yeah, why can you say Jesus? Jose and Marina Adams are twins. I love both of them so much. I love Callie. I love Brandon, even though I was a little weirded out when they had them date. Because I was like, that's technically her sister, but to have them date each other was low key awkward. But ABC Family pushing the envelope. They did things that other networks were not doing, but they pushed the envelope really on that. So yeah, those are all my favorite characters from Foster's. So yeah, I think those are all the TV shows. This video is going to be 1 hour and 43 minutes, so make sure to sit still, get some popcorn, and be prepared because like I didn't expect my first video back was going to be like 41 hour. But yeah, I love talking to you guys. You guys are like my sisters, my friends. I have no friends in real life. So coming on video and talking to you guys is like talking to a friend and talking to my siblings because I don't get along with any of my sisters. So like talking to you guys is like talking to my siblings and my friends. So I love you guys so much. The people who view my videos and people who subscribe to me, I love you guys so much. I hope you guys like this video. I hope you guys like this video. Make sure to subscribe, turn on the post notification to be notified every time I post a video. Make sure to like, comment, share, and comment down below what other video do you want to see next. I said again, I have 2 videos coming up. The history of ABC Family, aka Freeform, and why do people treat teenage girl character different, the teenage boys characters. Those are the two videos that you guys need to put your notifications to keep on a lookout for. And yeah, add it again. Make sure to go to obsess. I will see you guys next time. I love you guys so much. And bye.